Hi all, in this video we are going to continue with MS Excel introduction. Here we are going to study about selecting cells and editing cells. So that's the learning objective of this class. We are going to study different ways for selecting cells in an MS Excel and different ways for editing cells in an MS Excel. We'll go to the class. Selecting cells. In MS Excel, depending on the requirement, you can either select a cell or a range of cell. So select a cell, that means a single cell, or a range of cell means a group of cell. Range means a group. Before you can enter your worksheet data in Microsoft Excel 2010 or any version, you must know how to select cells in a worksheet. The cell cursor is a black border that surrounds the active cell, sometimes called the current cell in a worksheet. Already explained about that. I'll show you here. For example, this black border indicates the selected cell or current cell or active cell. Now this is the current cell. Okay, this is the active cell. Okay, this is the active cell, like that. Changing the active cell. There are many methods for changing the active cell. According to your requirement, you can use any of the method. Move the cell cursor to an adjacent cell by pressing the arrow keys. You also can press the enter key to move down one cell or the tab key to move one cell to the right. Click the mouse pointer on any cell to move the cell cursor to that cell. Type the cell address in the name box and press enter. I will show these three methods now. So one method is, in whichever cell you need to move the cursor or the cell cursor, just select the cell. That is one method. Selecting the cell. That is one method. Hope you understood. Easy thing. Anywhere you can click. That is one method. Another method is, for example, if now the cursor is here, okay, or for example now the cursor is here, if you want to select to the name cell using the keyboard, I am telling using the keyboard, you can use either down arrow key in your keyboard, down arrow key in your keyboard like this, up arrow key to go up and select a cell, right arrow key to go right and select a cell, and left arrow key to go left and select a cell. So you can use the arrow keys for that. Okay, and one more option is there, that is only for enter key. Okay, that's only to go down from one cell to another. For example, if I click on enter key now I am pressing enter key, it is going down. Again if I click, it will go down. Again if I click, it will go down. So instead of arrow key, you can use enter key also. That's another method. So here, for example, here I need to go to this L15. So I can type here L15 and click enter. You can see the cursor changed to here. Okay, so I typed the name here. For example, L215. Just given. You know that many rows and columns are there. Enter. Now the cell you can see it is in L250. Okay, so I hope you understood. Now we'll go to the next topic. Another method, selecting multiple cells. In the previous topic we studied selecting a single cell. Here we are going to study selecting multiple cells, more than one cell. So here you may want to select multiple cells in a worksheet, sometimes called a range of cell or a group of cell, in order to confine data entry to those cells or to format all the selected cells at one time. Use any of these methods to select multiple cells in a worksheet. So the following methods. To select a single entire column, click a column heading, that is the letter or letters that indicate the column. To select multiple columns, drag across multiple column headings. That is selecting entire column or multiple column. To select a single entire row, click the row number, select multiple rows, drag across the multiple row numbers. That is next option. I will show that. To select sequential cells, click the first cell and hold down the shift key and click the last cell you want. Optionally, click and drag the mouse over a group of cells to select a sequential area. So this 4 methods I will just show you. Yeah. So here you can see the column names here, right? Column names here. So if I want to select an entire column, this full column means about 10 lakh rows are there in that particular column. So I'm just selecting this. You can see that is selected like this. You can select any full column. Okay. Now if you want to select multiple column, that is more than one column, select the first column, click your mouse, left click your mouse, drag it. Now the whole columns are selected here. You can see that. Now same case about the row. You can see the rows here. Select any row number, it will select the entire row. Select multiple rows, you can just select and drag it like this. Any number of rows you can select. Even you can select. So this is a sequential selection, which means from the starting to end, a sequential selection. You can select otherwise also by using control key. In your keyboard and mouse together, you can select any random columns or random rows. I will show that. For example, I need to select C, E, I. 3 columns I need to select. So first of all I select the C column. So it is already selected. Now you have to press on control key. So we will press on control key. And with the mouse you have to select on the remaining. How many columns you need, that much column you can select like this. So while after selecting the first column, I will press on control key on the keyboard. Then I will start moving the mouse cursor and click on the E, click on I, click on L. So whatever columns you need, you can select. Same way with the rows also. Now another option is, for example, if I need to select the whole row, which means 2 ways are there. If you need to select the up to this row, means this column like this, I can just click on the first cell and drag it here. So now that particular row is selected, not the whole row of this table, only that content is selected. The whole row means you have to select here. Now the whole row is selected, the entire worksheet. Okay. And if you want to select a column group of column, you can just start from here and drag it down. Now a group of columns selected. Or another option is click on the first column, means the first column, first heading, and you have to click on shift key in your keyboard and then press the last key. Okay, it's easy, I will show. So now press on the shift key. So I pressed the shift key and selected the last column here. Now the entire column is selected. Same way with the row also. Here I selected this. Now click on the shift key and then selected the last one. So now the row is selected. Okay, so this anyway you can select. That's according to your choice or your use. You can select. Now another option, to select non-sequential cells, click the first cell, hold down the control key and click each additional cell or row or column you want to select. Already we covered this portion with the selecting multiple random columns or random rows. Okay, Then next one, to select the entire worksheet, click the small box located to the left of the column A and above row 1. Optionally, you can select all cells in a worksheet by pressing Ctrl A, Ctrl plus A, Control key in your keyboard plus A, Control A. We'll just see that. So now, if you want to select random cells in any area, just click the first cell and press the Control key. Control key, you should press it, hold it down the Control key, then select any other cell. For example, I selected the Control key. I selected the first cell. Then I'm pressing on Control key. Going to press the Control key now. I'm pressing Control key. Now look, I'm selecting different cells. So any number of cells you can select. I hope you understood that. So that's selecting any key. Okay, and now select all. Select all means the entire worksheet can be selected. So how it can be selected? Two ways. One is click anywhere, click on Control A, Control button plus A. Look, you can see the whole blue color. That means the entire worksheet is selected. The whole worksheet is selected. Okay, whole worksheet is selected. Now another way is, you can see here one portion, this area. This is the select all button. If you click here, the whole worksheet is selected. That's another area. We'll go to the next. Selecting multiple cells. Use the go to feature to quickly jump to a specified cell in the worksheet. So from one cell to another cell, if you want to quickly jump, actually it is not quick if you think, but still this step you have to understand. Press F5 to display the go to dialog box. Type the cell address such as G213 in the reference box and click OK. Instead of this, we can use the name box. That is the quickest way actually. This one also another way. You should understand the steps, that's all. So here F5 means in your keyboard you can see a key called F5. You can key F1 to F12. In there F5 key is there. You can click on that key. Okay, so we'll just do the example. So here first of all you have to click on the F5 key. Okay, just click on the F5 key. Now go to dialog box appears. Here you can type the, like for example G230 and click OK. Now you can see the cell, active cell is now at G230. Okay, G230. So it's like that. So that is the quickest way. The Excel option is telling, but the quickest way is you can just click here and type the cell address. Okay, that's the quickest way. Next, extended selection mode. Another option is extended selection mode. Here you have to click on the F8 button. F8, that is here, F8 button in your keyboard to enter extended selection mode, which allows you to extend the selection with just your arrow keys. Unlike the previous technique, you do not need to hold the shift key. So usually if you want to like extend your selection, you need the shift key, but here if you click on F8, you don't need to click on the shift key. You can just click on, use the arrow key, or you can use the mouse pointer itself. We will just see the example here. For example, here if I need to select the whole table, click on the first cell and click on F8 button. Okay, F8. So you can see that the selection mode is extended selection. Here you can see extended selection, you can see. Now click on the last cell. You can see the whole table is selected. So you can drag it also. Instead of that, a shortcut method is this extended selection. Now if you want to go back to the extended selection mode, go back from the extended selection mode, you can just click on the function 8 key again, that is F8 key again. So now it is not extended selection. Okay, and another thing, means one by one selection is also there with the arrow key. That is, you want to enter the extended selection mode, click the first one, I mean first one cell, or you can use arrow key. Look, I'm using the right arrow key, so it will come like this. Okay, yeah, so that's the extended selection mode. Now editing cell contents, overwriting. To change the text in the cell content, that means here an example A1, you can just click inside of the cell and start typing. Anything you had there previously would be erased. But if you just want to edit the text, if you have made a spelling mistake, for example, then this is not good. If you want to keep most of the text and just make minor changes, then you need to do something else. So we'll just see what we need to do. Yeah, here. So already this was in extended selection, so we need to change that previous example. Yeah. Okay, now for example, if this name should be changed to like another name, just click on the cell. Okay, just click on any cell, you can change the thing. So here just click on the cell, just type your name. You can see it is overwritten. That's Encia Elba, that name is overwritten and it is another name now. Now if you want to add the like first name and last name, Vinu Mohan you want to add here. If you do like this, it will erase Vinu and add Mohan. Now for that you can do one thing, you can double click here. Now the cursor is here, you can put a space and type the name. That is editing. Okay, that is making a partial change. Okay, that is another one. And same way here if you want to add an initial also, one more initial also, you can double click and add. Another option is you can click select here and go to the formula bar. You can see this is the formula bar. Here you can put the cursor, put a space, that's the initial I added. Now you can see the change appeared here also. So the name change. So overwriting, just click here, type your name, it will be overwritten. Partial change, double click, put space, make the change, or delete it, make the change, whatever, or directly go to the formula bar. Okay, select it, go to the formula bar. So these are the options. Now edit commands. Two main commands are there, undo and action. To undo an action, press Ctrl Z. That means you will go back to the previous format. If you prefer your mouse click, like for example without using keyboard, if you are preferring mouse, click on undo on the quick access toolbar. This is the undo button on the quick access toolbar. If it is active, it will be blue. Active means if it is working, it will be blue. If it is not working, it will be without this blue color, a gray color will be there. This is actually redo button, I will show you. You can press undo or Ctrl Z repeatedly if you want to undo multiple steps. Same way, if you want to redo an action, press Ctrl plus Y. That is a shortcut from the keyboard. If you prefer mouse, click redo on the quick access toolbar. That is this one. This is the quick access toolbar. You can see redo is active. You can press redo or Ctrl Y repeatedly if you want to redo multiple steps. So I will show you the example now. Yeah, for example, we changed some name things and all here. Okay, so name and all we have changed. That means we can go back to the previous way. Okay, now it is Vinu Mohan R. You can see the name here. Okay, so if I click on undo button, you can just click here. So you can see the cursor is moving. It is actually moving. I did the previous steps. Okay, it is going to the previous steps whatever I did. So if I click continuously, you can see Vinu Mohan R changed. That step deleted. Okay, it undone the step actually. Again I am clicking Vinu. Okay, that also finished. Sansia. Okay, again it came back to first. Now that is the undo option here. Now redo option. we'll see what will happen. So if I click on redo option, it will go back again. Look, you can see the changes. Yeah, so this is undo and redo option. I hope you understood the editing. So thank you for watching. Do the examples, study, stay safe, stay home.